Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video, continuing our saga of the Haven Commonwealth. We've settled a couple of planets, and here are the next two planets I'm looking at and thinking of colonizing. Neither one of these is a great choice. They're both fairly small and therefore fairly light on resources. They both have several tiles that will need to be cleared before we can take advantage of the surface, but these are kind of my options right now, and I guess it's the most obvious choice is to go for the one that's a little bit larger.
Colonization in progress.
But as soon as my ship got there and landed and began to colonize, a pirate base was revealed. If you remember in the last video, some space pirates blasted off from the surface of our home planet of Haven, and apparently they constructed a base on this asteroid. So I dispatched my fleet, and the fleet had a strength of 253,
Hostile station engaged.
while the station had a strength of 68. So I didn't foresee any sort of a problem, and there really wasn't a problem. We were able to take out this pirate base without losing a ship, but I guess our weapons and their defenses were kind of counterbalancing each other, because this battle went on and on and on and on. As you saw, I edited out a big chunk of the middle of the battle because it just kept going and going. Our ships got there and just kind of circled for a long time and pummeled the base with missiles and lasers, and it took forever, but finally we won the battle and raided the base. Then a couple of years later, my science ship located another habitable world, which was cool. Unfortunately, it's another small planet, but it is larger than the only other choice for colonization that I have right now. And then this ominous thing happened. A big chunk of the DERP coalition space was suddenly taken out of their control by a mysterious question mark on the map. My sensors could not see what was going on there, but this made me very nervous. I hadn't seen this happen before. I don't know if this is something to do with the new DLC, or if it's something from the original game that I just never saw before, because that definitely will happen at times. But luckily I was distracted from my worries by spending another tradition point. I decided to go into the prosperity tree. This tree I think will help my economy in the long run, because it makes constructing ships and buildings cheaper, and it will also lower the upkeep of existing ships and buildings. So I think this will help my minerals and my energy credits in the long run. I know I'll eventually go back to the discovery tree, because I want to boost my science income as much as possible, but for now let's go with prosperity. I wasn't distracted from the mysterious question mark for very long, because suddenly it warped into my system over there next to the DERP coalition space, and it was this fleet of ships which are clearly stronger than anything I've got going, and they didn't say anything. They just kind of casually warped in and nonchalantly cruised toward my planet. And I was very, very nervous. Went into my situation log, but there was nothing.
Situation log updated.
But suddenly the situation log updated, and I thought, oh good, I'll get to establish communications. But no, all I was able to do was to track the location of these ships, which was not a very satisfying thing, but I guess it's better than nothing. But they just cruised up to this little area in the system. It had a marker that's like the marker you would get if there was a special project for your science ship to investigate. And they just cruised up and parked next to it and proceeded to sit there. and sit there and sit there for 3 months. They just sat here.
Research complete.
No communication, no action, just sitting here making me nervous. But finally, 3 months later, communications were established, and the game classified them as Galactic Nomads, and they were revealed to be flamingos, because of course they're flamingos. How did I expect anything but a flamingo? Their leader is a golden flamingo. Luckily, they are friendly space flamingos. They're not really interested in any of my planetary business. They just don't want to be impeded in their journey. And so I'm fine with that. I had 3 choices of things to say to them. I said, cooperation will surely benefit us all, space flamingos. But they had no response to this. They just probably chuckled to themselves and slowly turned and nonchalantly cruised away. I, of course, was very glad to see them go, but I do wish I could make friends with them because they clearly are powerful, and I would like to have some allies against the derp, but they warped out of our story for now, so that's all there is to it. But I guess this is a good spot to end this video. We still haven't met another empire, but hopefully that'll happen soon. Thanks for watching.